Saturday night at the Gabba, we saw an incident where Adcock stayed on his feet, was bending down to pick up the ball, and we saw Zach Williams coming the other way, knees and feet first, and make fairly significant contact below the knees. And I guess this is exactly what this rule was brought in to do, protect players who elected to stay on their feet from receiving that heavy contact below the knees. So we were really comfortable with that free kick. Sunday at the MCG in the Melbourne versus Fremantle game, we saw Tom McDonald go across the boundary line with his opponent, De Boer, and in doing so, McDonald kept the tackle going to the point where he virtually slung him towards the fence. Free kick was paid, and again, this comes back to player safety. It's to protect the players from each other, particularly around those structures which can be dangerous. So when that ball crosses the line, there is a duty of care of the players to look out for each other and not go on with tackles into the fence or slings into the fence, that sort of behaviour. Sunday at Etihad Stadium in the Western Bulldogs versus Adelaide game, we saw Tory Dixon set to take a mark. We saw a lunging attempt to spoil by Daniel Talia. We deemed that to be a legal attempt to spoil. You'd actually see his fist make contact with the ball. His eyes were on the ball the whole time. It was just a fact of gravity, meaning his arm went out, punched the ball, and then his arm dropped. His arm had to go somewhere. Made a little bit of contact around Dixon's shoulder area, but certainly not deliberate interference, certainly didn't have an impact on the contest. It was a terrific spoil by Talia. Unfortunately, in this situation, we paid an unwarranted free kick to Dixon. He converted a goal, but it should have been play on call. In the game, Richmond versus Carlton at the MCG on Saturday, one of our goal umpires, David Dixon, actually wore a hat cam camera. Previously, when the umpires moved their heads around with hat cams, there would be a jerky sort of a look at what was happening, but this was crystal clear and it was also very smooth. So from that point of view, we got some fantastic vision. Will be great for coaching purposes, may be great for assisting with score reviews and other things going forward. So the vision was very clear. At one stage we could actually read the scorecard. That gives you an indication of the clarity of it and real cutting edge, so has real potential.